thank you for energizing music creators and lovers. And I love that message because it's not just music makers, it's people who love music too, which I really love. This is Congresswoman Chu from Los Angeles. This is before I ever had the chance to meet with her. And once again, she is smiling. In fact, I don't know that I've ever seen a member of Congress happier than this. She's a lovely person and a lovely woman. Seriously, your voices are being heard. I respect music. I respect creators. This is Congress. This is actually happening. He was here tonight. She's tweeting this. That's Congressman Nadler, who was just here. And I am clearly unhappy meeting him. I'm beaming. And that's Tommy Merrill, who helped put this night together tonight. Tommy Merrill. Right there. I'm looking for you. Where is he? I'm on my radar. That's right. Thank you, Tommy, who I've known for 103 years. And that's Yanitza, who's going to be performing in a second. This is Congresswoman Blackburn from Nashville. Nashville, that's right. Nashville's in the house. Which was powerful also. By the way, when you walk into Congresswoman Blackburn's office, all of the walls are covered with things about music. There are concert posters and photos and letters. It's amazing when you think about walking into the office of a person in Congress and their walls are covered with art and things that honor art. That's pretty amazing. And one of the things, as Congressman Nadler said, he's a very liberal, progressive Democrat. I don't think that Congresswoman Blackburn would characterize herself so. But you know what? Even in this political environment, you can have people who consider themselves conservatives and people who consider themselves progressives agreeing on this. That's how basic this is. They don't agree on anything, but they agree on this. How powerful is that, especially with what we're dealing with in this country? It was so powerful meeting her. This is Congresswoman Chu, and we got to meet with her as well. So this is Congressman Deutsch from Florida 21st. And this meeting, if I look a tiny bit shell-shocked, it's because he had just high-fived me. And it's the first time I've ever been high-fived by a member of Congress. He's a musician. He would probably cringe at me saying that, but he is. He's a musician. And he cares deeply about this issue, so deeply that in our meeting, he said, listen, I want to take this photo with you with the sign, and you do whatever you want with it. Afterwards, do you have extras that I could take to Nashville? Because I'm going to a show tonight outside the Bluebird, at the Bluebird Cafe. So he posed for this. I love music, and I have immense respect for the people who create it. How about you? Oh my God. It's amazing. And Nashville is thought of, I think, not only as Music City, but as Songwriter City, right? So I think there's an idea out there that somehow songwriters, the Otises and the Arethas and the artists, somehow we don't get along. And I've heard this idea brought up to me by a couple people, and I always say, we don't like walk down the street and say, oh, look, we can't go in that bar, it's a songwriter bar, I'm a songwriter, I'm a singer. Most of us are both. The artists that you're hearing tonight are both. That's why I wanted them to perform a song of their own, and also a song that was made famous by an artist who didn't write it. So I love that he got this. This is such a powerful message. And by the way, in the corner, just for comedy's sake, is a massage parlor. Which I love. Okay, so let's talk about voting for a second, okay? Because this whole thing was supposed to be about I respect music and I vote. So this is how far we've come, right? From an op-ed, from an email I wrote, all of these different artists everywhere starting to speak up and having each other's backs. We have Congress's attention. We have a newfound power. And that power is something we have a responsibility to wield at the ballot box. Other people have singular issues, whatever they are, and those are the issues that drive them to vote. Why can't we have an issue like that? If Congresswoman Blackburn and Congressman Nadler can agree on this, why can't we vote for our profession? So we've had a voter registration drive for the last month, and it turns out that we've actually been able to register just about the amount of people that are in this room right now. who had never registered to vote before, which is amazing. But here's the thing. In the same way that sound exchange is important, it's so important that you fight for the royalties you deserve, and then it's really important that you collect those royalties, which is why signing up to sound exchange is important. It's equally important to register to vote and then actually show up and do it, and actually show up and vote. So who do you vote for? Well, this is the Creative Rights Caucus, chaired by Congressman Coble and Congresswoman Chu. It's 55 members of the House of Representatives that have come together in a bipartisan way, and they've said, regardless of what else we agree on, we agree that artists should be paid for their work. This is a really courageous stand, especially in this political environment. So you can go to Facebook, and you can look up Creative Rights Caucus, that's their handle on Facebook. On Twitter, I believe they are Respect Creators, pretty great. And if you just search for them, you'll find the website. It's attached to Congresswoman Chu's website. She's the chair. And these are 55 members in all of these different districts across the country that, on this issue, are standing up and saying artists should be paid for their work. Okay, so why don't we get Janita up here?